Hey there, I'm Leo, and I'm so happy you're here with me today on Lingowave English. Actually, wait. Before we start our conversation, let me take a sip of my drink. Ah, much better. Now I can talk to you properly. You know, I love having you here because Lingowave English is all about learning naturally, just like we are sitting in a cafe together. And speaking of cafes, today we're talking about something very special to me, coffee. It's not just something I drink because I'm thirsty. Honestly, I can't really function without my first cup of coffee. Before coffee, I'm like a phone with 1% battery. I can answer simple questions, but please don't ask me to make any big decisions. Have you ever noticed how coffee smells in the morning? Maybe you wake up, walk into the kitchen, and suddenly you smell it. That warm, rich smell fills the room. It feels like a warm hug, doesn't it? Actually, it feels like the coffee is saying, "Good morning. You don't have to rush. I'm here with you." I love that first moment. This is why I created this podcast, to give you that same feeling of a calm, friendly start to your day while you improve your English. The house is usually quiet. Maybe the sun is just coming through the window. And there you are, waiting for your coffee. For me, making coffee is almost a little ritual. A ritual is something you do regularly, often in the same way. I think rituals are great for learning English too. Just like my morning coffee, listening to an episode of Lingowave English every day can become your ritual. I start by getting my cup. I have a favorite cup, of course. It hasn't changed in years. Then I add the coffee. I listen to the sound as it falls into the filter. Of course, sometimes I check my phone too. I'm not perfect, right? Then the water touches the coffee, and that smell becomes even stronger. It moves through the kitchen and wakes up my brain before the drink even reaches my mouth. Have you ever had that feeling? Your eyes are open, but your brain is still sleeping. That's me every morning. Then I take the first sip, and slowly I start to feel more awake. Coffee has caffeine, and caffeine can help us feel less tired and more alert. Alert means awake and ready to pay attention, which is exactly how I want you to feel right now as you listen to me. Before coffee, I have thoughts. After coffee, I have organized thoughts. And after a bit of Lingowave English, you'll have organized English thoughts too. But you know what's interesting? The coffee itself is only part of the experience. The routine is important too. It gives us a moment to stop, breathe, and begin the day. Maybe that's one reason people love coffee so much. It isn't only about the taste, it's about the feeling around it. Now, let's talk about why we love coffee, even when we aren't at home. Have you ever walked into a cafe and immediately felt happy? Maybe you hear cups moving, people talking, and a coffee machine making that loud, wonderful sound. A cafe has its own kind of music. There is background noise everywhere. I actually like that noise. It makes me feel like I'm part of something, even when I'm sitting alone. You know, sometimes when you're learning English, you might feel like you're alone. But you're not. You're part of our Lingowave English community. Whether you are at home, on the bus, or in a cozy cafe right now, we are learning together. You can go to a cafe by yourself and still feel comfortable. You can read a book or listen to this podcast. And honestly, sometimes I go to a cafe to work, but I spend 10 minutes choosing a table and 15 minutes watching the street. So, yes, I am technically there to work, but cafes can make us feel productive. Productive means doing useful work or finishing important tasks. Maybe it's because we see other people working. Then we think, okay, maybe I should do something too, like practicing my English. Of course, not every cafe visit is about work. Sometimes it's about meeting friends. That is one beautiful thing about cafes. They give people a place to connect. And people drink coffee in so many different ways. Some drink it black, some add milk to make it softer and creamier. Then there is iced coffee, perfect for a hot day. I know people who drink iced coffee even when it's snowing outside. I don't understand them, but I respect their commitment. Now, let's have a quick vocabulary corner. Don't worry, this isn't a classroom. I'm just reminding you of a few words we used today, so you can use them in your own life. First, ritual, like your daily English habit. Second, aroma, that amazing smell of fresh coffee. Third, bitter, when it's not sweet. Fourth, caffeine, the energy in your cup. Fifth, alert, feeling awake and ready. Sixth, background noise, the sounds of the cafe. Seventh, productive, getting things done. And eighth, cozy, that warm, comfortable feeling. See? You're doing great. You're already thinking in English. You know, coffee is also a reason to take a break. We often say, let's grab a coffee. It can simply mean, let's spend some time together. That's exactly what I want Lingowave English to be for you. A chance to grab a coffee with a friend, me, Leo, and improve your skills without the stress of a textbook. Maybe that's why coffee feels bigger than a drink. It's a moment. It's a habit. It's a place where something begins. So, what does your perfect cup of coffee look like? And more importantly, how does it make you feel? For me, coffee makes the day feel a little slower and a little friendlier. It gives me a chance to wake up, think, and enjoy one small thing. Thanks for spending this coffee moment with me here at Lingowave English. I hope you can find a peaceful moment today, whether you have coffee, tea, or just a quiet minute to yourself. And if you are drinking coffee right now, please take one more sip for me. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care, keep learning, and remember, your English doesn't have to be perfect to be meaningful. Bye for now.